While you study from home, usually people have this misconception that you are sitting idle and enjoying. I thought I should address this matter as majority are suffering in silence. I had no idea how to handle myself during my study holidays. And more than that, I made my loved one's life also miserable. Your life goals has nothing to do with anyone else, and you don't owe your life to anybody. Yes, very silly yet a very powerful method, I would say. You are super scared about the outcome, and you are in the most uncertain period of your life. Majority of such people don't know the struggle of a student. You are taking a drop year to study for an exam and you are struggling every day. You should believe in yourself and do not lose confidence. You should be kind to yourself. Hello everyone, a warm namaskaram to all of you. I am Dr. Shruti Jodis. Today our topic of discussion is how to avoid anxiety or stress while preparing for competitive exams. I have received many doubts and concerns regarding NEET UG, NEET PG preparation and other competitive exams from students all over India. And one issue that I have found out while talking or messaging to these students was that majority of them are undergoing through severe mental stress and anxiety, and few others through hopelessness and depression. So I thought I should address this matter as majority are suffering in silence. Very few are willing to open up about their insecurities and worries to someone else. So for those people who need help but not sure whom to rely on, I would like to offer a helping hand. So here I am discussing with you some tips and remedies one can try while going through this tough phase of their life. Initially, I want to tell you that you are not alone. I myself have gone through severe mental stress and anxiety while preparing for NEET PG entrance exam. Not only NEET PG, each exam starting from my 10th standard till now, I had no idea how to handle myself during my study holidays. I looked like a zombie. I was unhappy and suffering. I blame myself for forgetting everything first and not remembering anything. And I made my life miserable, and more than that, I made my loved one's life also miserable. That pressure to achieve something that the society expects from you, that pressure to get accepted by someone, has the ability to destroy you if you are not careful in dealing with it. Once you start to work for your goal, you need to convince and teach yourself that you are going to try to achieve some goal so that you won't regret in future that you didn't try it. Yes, this is a try. And next one, you are doing this for yourself and not to prove any other single person in this world. Your life goals has nothing to do with anyone else, and you don't owe your life to anybody. While you lose control of your mind and it starts affecting your daily routine and life, you should be able to recognize it at first hand and do the needful. Now, let me discuss with you some of the effective and healthy ways of diverting your mind when you get stressed or feel anxious. The most effective way useful for me to relieve my stress was listening to music. Yes, very silly yet a very powerful method, I would say. Listen to energizing, happy, devotional songs or party songs that can pump you up. And I do not prefer sad or moody songs, as you're already under stress. Don't end up crying after listening to sad songs. Music has this amazing healing power. Trust me, this will work for majority of you. Second method. Talk to your partner, be it your best friend, spouse, parents or someone you love. I'm not asking you to talk to them a whole day and bore them with your tragic life story. Talk for an hour or two and never bring politics or depressing news to the discussion table, and beware not to get into arguments and debates as this will irritate you more and will increase your stress further. Talk about some past pleasant experiences or your future trips or future goals, life goals, etc. Third method, change your place of study or study atmosphere. If you are sitting idle in a small room for long hours for days, it is unlikely that your mind will be stable till the day of exam. So relocate yourself from one room to another room or rearrange your room, clean your study table and room often to restart afresh. Don't feel lazy to change your room. If you are bored at studying from home, and sometimes homely atmosphere distracts students easily, in that case you can find one library nearby and spend a good amount of time there. Now in this scenario you cannot go to library due to COVID, so once the circumstances are favorable and back to normal, you can try this. Fourth method was supposed to be going out for a walk. Again, now in this scenario you cannot go outside freely due to corona. So indulge in some other physical activity like exercise. Do some exercise or dance to your favorite song, and do any physical activity and set out yourself. It is clearly already proved that endorphins are released during exercise, and these happy hormones can energize your mind also. My husband used to go for a walk while he feels stressed out, and till now it's working well for him. And fifth method is having a good meal. If you have studied for some time, you can reward yourself with some good food. Now most of you are staying at home. You can ask your mom to cook your favorite dish once, or for a change you can cook for yourself. A happy tummy can create happiness in your mind also. Otherwise, try to have a mug of coffee or tea or juice. And if you're staying alone, you can order some biryani or your favorite dish. And point to be noted, do not order corona with it. Oh my god, delivery boy or girl may deliver you corona. So try to have healthy homely food that can satisfy your taste buds also. Okay, food has made me happy on certain days. When I was moody during my preparation, my husband used to order some good food to make me happy. That had worked in my case. Try it and tell me if you note any good response. Sixth method, avoid negative people from your life. Now coming to this, while you plan to give a drop year, you are already under stress and this whole burden of expectations are on your shoulder and head. Already you are doubting your decision and you are super scared about the outcome. And you are in the most uncertain period of your life. During this time, you don't need to take any nonsense from other people. Majority of such people don't know the struggle of a student. You are taking a drop year to study for an exam and you are struggling every day. You have opted to study further instead of settling down with a job. That is your choice. While you study from home, usually people have this misconception that you are sitting idle and enjoying. It is very difficult to convince anyone, even your own parents. Then think about those negative people. They have got this opportunity to stress you out. They will pass rude comments to you who is already fragile. So just avoid those unworthy people from your life. Avoid those people who will overburden you with their expectations and those people who will try to distract you from your goals and judge you. Even if that person is one among your closest circle, just ignore, walk away and do your job. Now, seventh method is meditation. Just go and sit in a calm place, close your eyes, just inhale and exhale for 20-30 times. Leave aside all your worries and just concentrate on your breathing. You will feel the freshness inside you. Next, eighth method, self-reassurance. You should believe in yourself and do not lose confidence. You should be kind to yourself. Plant a strong belief in your mind that I will make it. Even if you don't make it, don't bother. Failing in one exam doesn't mean you failed in your life. You should be able to forgive yourself and should not live with guilt. Ninth method, watch motivational videos or comedy videos. I used to do this. I start with one motivational video and browse for hours in YouTube, end up wasting my 6 to 7 hours. Don't do this. Always keep a limit. You can spend 15 minutes or 20 minutes a day, never more than that. And avoid unnecessary videos and depressing videos. Always watch something useful to you. You can watch either motivation videos or videos that elates your mood. 10th method, change your topic or do a test. Learning one subject or particular topic for long hours will bore you and in turn stress you. You will be worried that you are spending too much time on one topic. At that time, change that topic or study some other subject. Else you can try doing a test also. So these are all the 10 methods that I have tried during my NEET PG entrance exam preparation. All these methods can be tried by anyone who is planning to give any competitive exam. I'm not saying that all these methods will be helpful to all of you. Finally, it depends on individual. Find out what works well for you. And sometimes some may want to watch a film or some may want to relax for 2-3 days or for a week. Find out what suits you the best, and I'm sure that at least few of this method will be useful to each of you. Do share your techniques in the comment section if you find that I have missed some points. And I wish a great success to all of you who have watched my video till now, and love you all. And if you like my video, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And don't be in that 82% pool who are not still subscribed and watching my videos in silence. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon for notifications. So join the family and stay tuned till next video. Till then, it's me, Dr. Shruti Jyotish, signing off, and goodbye.